Hi everyone. This is a quick walkthrough video to get papers initially converted into a clean HTML file and get those set for us to start doing some structuring and then eventually to start thinking about the conversion of a web page, into more of a website that is more structured content in a second level. So to get us started, I've got a paper, as you can see here. Let me hide that. I've got a paper here that was written by a friend, Liz Angeli. She had actually worked at the Purdue Writing Center, and she used this paper as a demo paper for MLA papers with a nice, so if this is a resource you may at some point use later or not, but I converted her paper into a Word document, and it's nice because this paper has your standard MLA format. It has wonderful, it has headings to divide into sections, and second level headings divide into subsections, which will be excellent as we get going. It's obviously got lots of quotes and things in it. It's got block quotes, it has notes, and of course we're excited. Now your paper doesn't have to have all of those sections in it. We will be doing some structuring and linking, and you'll have a chance to create headings and do different things as we go, but this is a good way for us to get started, is to see what that's like and use some conversion tools to structure it. So if you just use the Word tool to convert this into HTML, or if you used, there are different kinds of tools which create very messy code. They have a lot of extraneous HTML and different sort of problems in it. So what we're going to use, this site called Convert Word Documents to Clean HTML to convert this for a web page. And that'll be what we'll use to then paste into an HTML document. So to get started, if you could create a new file in your Atom or whatever coding editor you've chosen to use, and then this new file, will have the doc type HTML, the HTML opening head, the header, the body, close HTML are our sort of basic tags, and then inside the title it capital T2, capital H, capital T, and then with a space and a dash and a space, pick a 3-word version of the title of your paper. For this one, I just took Farming Handbook Recovery, and then space dash space, and then step 1 in the title. So that gives us the title that will show up on the web page. And then when you go to save it, say File, Save As, and it will put it wherever you last used it, but we want it to be inside the 444. Okay, so to save the file, let's call it capital H2HT underscore, and then your 3-word or 2-word title. I reduce it to just 2 words because the titles can get long. And then what you want to have at the end is step 1. And notice I've got underscores in there because you can't have spaces in an HTML file name. So make sure you have in between the H2HT underscore, then 2 words with that make up a shortened title for the piece, and then underscore step underscore 1.html. So then I'll go ahead and hit save, and I'm going to replace. So I've got my starter set here. I've got a place to sort of paste things into. Then I'm going to switch back to the Microsoft Word file, and I'm going to select everything inside the paper. Just scroll down just to make sure I've got everything in there. I'm going to copy, switch over to the clean HTML. Oh, and before I do this, there's 3 checkboxes down here that include replacing smart quotes with ASCII quotes and fixing these other things. So I go ahead and collect all of those, then paste in there the whole paper. You'll see that the whole paper is in there. We say convert to clean HTML, and in there you have the whole paper. Right now, here's this guy soliciting a $10 donation to do this, and right, if you're individually wealthy or worth it, but we're only using this in a very limited way, so I don't feel guilty about not contributing to this. You can if you would like, but then once we've got the paper set up like this, we can copy all that HTML code, switch back over to your HTML file, and paste that code in there. And we see that you've got paragraph tags and emphasis tags, superscripts. So there we've got our step 1. Now the catch is, of course, just to save your file. And now that you have that first one, if you'll notice that inside the it saves the file to your computer, and it's got an icon for the web browser. If I double click on that, boom, it opens up and you see that paper in HTML. Note how single spaced it is, how it stretches clear across the screen, which will make it pretty impossible to read unless you shrink the window down, and it's still very tight. So there's a number of things we're going to do to fix this and work with it, but that gets you started for our step 1. Before we end this video, what I want you to do is go ahead and say File, Save As, and then create a second. So we've got step 2, and you have your file right saved. There's our step 2, ready to get started working on for that step.